Podical sound.
Podcast, you can't win. Talking a good game, you can't win. Topics never lame, you can't win. Win.
Watch your average Joseph. Marvelous.
It's ridiculously funny.
Oh shit! Welcome back.
Welcome
Back to the best no judgment zone space in the world, because neither one of us have any law degrees. I am Marvelous,
and I'm not your average Joseph,
and we are the Podical Sons. So let's start the show. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. Yourself?
Kinda low energy though.
Low energy?
Kinda, because I think that UFC
Is the
fight.
weather?
No, I think
The
UFC.
UFC fight.
The UFC, like when we're watching all of that, whatever, I was like, damn, I probably spent some energy from that. And I've been shut down like about almost 2:00.
Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna go that late.
Yeah, because the main event, I was starting at 12:30.
But that's why I kept, because when I was looking at the time, and I was like, that's why I asked, well, how many fights are there? Because I kept expecting the main event to be like coming up next.
Yeah, that thing kind of rocked me. Then I went to bed and I woke up and like, it's podcast day. One must look presentable.
On podcast day.
On podcast day. So yes. That's what it came down to. But other than that, I'm good, man. Happy to be alive. Count my blessings, you know.
Alive.
You know.
Yes.
Celebrities are just falling now. Let's get to that. We'll get to that and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
Folks at home, welcome.
Welcome.
If you're on the go, you're having a little session. You in your car meditating. This is the right show for you.
This is the show, man.
Light went up for you.
Light went up,
exactly.
man. Pour something in the cup too while you're at it.
Yes. All streaming platforms possible.
Yes.
PodicalSons.com. YouTube. Search Podical Sons. And we here. So let's start the damn show. Let's get into the thing. Let's get into the polls first before we get to the whole death talk.
All right.
Do you prefer funny or smart people? 94% said funny people. How do you feel about that?
I don't know. I think I prefer smart people.
Me too.
Yeah.
I prefer smart people too. Why do you prefer smart people?
Because at the end of the day, smart people, I believe, know how to be funny when the time is called for.
Yes. And that's what I agree with most of the time. Because a smart person, if you're smart, I would think you know how to read a room.
Yes.
Read body language, read cues.
Right.
And some funny people and stuff, whatever, I don't believe they know how to grasp that.
I feel like they rely on their humor.
They'll just go in. So it's kind of like at a funeral and stuff, like say that they walked into a funeral. Right. For any person who walked into a funeral and everything like that, the funeral's already going on.
Yeah.
They probably like, my bad. They might try to crack something snide and stuff. People like, yo, bro, this ain't the time.
Yeah.
This ain't the time. But then a smart person and stuff, whatever, might go in the same funeral and stuff like that. Apologies, sit down to the next person and stuff, whatever, like, and then might might find somebody.
Right.
You look like, oh, you just had to show up anytime you want. I'm like, well, I'm not late to my own funeral, so at least that's the more important thing.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They know how to read a room.
Right.
I think a lot of people and stuff, they gun to be funny most of the time. Like, I want to say my thing and stuff is I don't gun to be funny.
Yeah.
I just like to have a good time.
Yes.
I like to have a good time. So my thing and stuff is that like whatever I might say might be corny to you, might be off balance and stuff whatever to you, but it's just me. This is part of me just having a good time.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna be out here and stuff where we're talking about like so many dead people and stuff, and then be like, well, the last time I got this stiff and stuff was rigor mortis. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't laugh at that. That was a bad joke.
No, I'm just laughing because it's so bad.
Yeah.
I can see it happening. Trying to break
But
the
we're
ice.
both laughing at this shit.
trying to break the ice, right?
Yeah.
I look at it and say, okay, that person who's always funny, I don't necessarily think that maybe not knowing how to read the room, other than just not being anything else but funny, and just going in as shit. I don't know what else to say. I guess I'll just be myself and just try to be themselves in a situation where it doesn't necessarily call for it.
Because I feel like funny people you expect them to always be on.
Yes.
And a smart person and stuff, whatever, you don't always expect them to be on.
Right.
Right? Like I look at it stuff like Kevin Hart came in the studio right now.
Right.
Right? We're looking at him like, say something funny.
Exactly.
Say something funny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's say
Jay-Z.
no, you don't expect.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like you like, because he's got a sense of humor,
Right.
but you wouldn't expect it.
Elon Musk.
Right.
Elon Musk walked in the studio and shit like that. If he over there and be like, do you expect him to say something smart? No, because you seen him on Rogan smoking weed and having the time and stuff, and the convo we might have might be downward from like, some molecular type of shit, whatever. So I was like, yeah, smart people, they don't always expect you to be on. Because no one likes a smart addict. No one likes a know-it-all.
Yeah.
Right? So if the person's automatically already on, they're like, this one again.
Who does he think he is?
Next poll was, would you go to a sex party with your partner? And 53% said hell no. It was a close poll.
53% said hell no. I would have thought it would have been more than that.
They said hell no.
Because sometimes
we
got some sticklers on our poll.
Hey, let's go.
Okay.
So would you go to a sex party with your partner?
Depends on where we're at.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Because that's what I said. I said it depends, because apparently now, one girl I know from the past, she was telling me she's going to a sex party.
Right.
I was like, oh shit. Trying to come through and stuff for that. She's like, no, there's just going to be a lady there selling dildos and vibrators. So I'm like, that's considered a sex party? She's like, yeah, because they're selling sex toys. So I'm like, interesting now. So if we're just using this title like that.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah.
So that's why I said, let me use this title and see what people's brains will think, whatever. So as long as thinking orgy.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I said depends on where we're at. Listen, folks, if you don't know us by now, when we post these questions, just don't box them. Please, we ask for you not to box them. Don't put them in any box. Think outside the box sometimes.
Or think eating the box in this case. Yo, see, just shoot. No, I feel like me, I would, depending on, like I said, it depends on the type of party and stuff like that, whatever, right? I don't feel like I might participate in like an orgy with my boo thing and like Puerto Rico or something like that.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
I don't disrespect the Puerto Rican people, but like,
nowhere where it's too risky.
Yeah, because it's kind of like, yo, these people look like heathenism and stuff in Jamaica, right?
They
They go there, they're like the no holds bar, like the lawlessness.
Yeah,
we were just talking about that lawlessness.
Yeah,
and I was like, nah. People out there just raw dogging it. I don't know you from nowhere and everything, that kind of party. If we talk about selling sex toys and all that type of shit, I went to like sex shows with girlfriends and stuff like that in the past.
Easy.
Right? Yeah. Sex stores and so I'm like, that's minuscule. I do know dudes and stuff, whatever. Apparently, some dudes don't like to use toys on their women.
Okay.
So I feel like the women that I know is like a disconnect and stuff, whatever, right? Because it's kind of like, one woman said this: why do men have a problem with using sex toys? So I said to her, I'm like, if it's dick shape and I already got a dick, I have a problem with it.
Yeah.
I'm not about to pull out your vibrator, look like a dick, turn it on, put it close to my dick, look like a sword fight going on for your cooch. I have an issue with that. I just have an issue with that. Cause like we're then it might touch my no.
Just give us like the eggs, the bullets.
The rose. Yeah, like
that. You know what? I'll even be sufficed with the massager joint, the one with a handle with the big ball at the end, because then it doesn't look like the phallus.
Oh, the old school one.
The old school, yeah.
The plug ups. Yeah, I can. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
that one I can. Because even like if I'm done using it on your cooch and everything, I just flip, like if one side, this side, I use on the cooch and this side I use on my back.
Right.
So if I hit it from the back, it's
she'd be like, honey, I can still feel the vibration out of here. Bet you can.
I'm glad you can. They're like, oh, I'm down to get that knot out my back and just throw it off the bed and then just get back to the business. So I feel like the sex party thing is different.
Right.
It's a very different dance stuff in different people's world and everything. Orgies, swinger parties and everything like that. I don't know if I might take my wife to a swinger party, but then again, I don't know what kind of world I might be in with wife that long.
Yeah.
Because I'm with Kanye. And I already say that. I rarely say that.
What?
If you've been together for 10 years, you deserve a menage. I'm not saying you have to get a menage, but you deserve something.
Yeah.
Like my thing and stuff is we've been together for 10 years. Yeah. Women don't like to hold themselves accountable. Ladies, I'm sorry.
Ladies,
I'm sorry. Come for me.
ladies.
Come for me. You guys want to be held, but not accountable. That's the difference between the two. And I feel like when it comes down to it, like you don't need to have a menage. You need to bring someone else in, but it can't be the same.
Nah,
something has to.
Right, there's got to be variety. You got to be spice.
Like
got to change it up.
For 10 years, we've been doing Mother Mary Missionary.
Yeah.
And like occasional doggy and spoon. That's it. Just 3. And some people, I know you need one position to make a kid. I get that, but
and within 10 years, you've watched porn.
He or she?
Both, I would think.
Because I remember like there's that one TikTok. It's a TikTok. I swear, I love it. It's like he's like basically the guy said, "Hey, you watch all those cooking shows, you would think you know how to cook." And she's like, "Yeah, you watch all that porn, you wish you know how to fuck." Catch 22. I think that's the thing and stuff is where I look at it. If the woman is into it, like I said, men, there's rare occasions that men change women, but women normally change men. Right. So I think when you get into that kind of song and dance where the guy, I'm assuming, might want the woman to be the ultimate freak that he has in his mind.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then she has her limitations like, no. Like we were talking about oral and stuff whatever earlier, right? Some women and stuff would be like, I don't like giving head.
Right.
Or I don't like doing oral, performing fellatio. I was like, I was trying to remember the proper fellatio and cunnilingus. Cunnilingus, yes. So she doesn't want to perform fellatio, maybe at that frequency or at all and everything like that.
Right.
Be like, look, man, I hit the 10-year mark. You're going to have to start sucking the dick. Like, lick the tip.
I deserve.
You're not giving me a menage. Lick the tip. Me together for 10 years, you ain't licked the tip? Like, yo, like.
Deserve.
Yeah, some things. Because I even feel like, yo, I look at all you married folk that went past 10 years. I'm like, yo, y'all eating ass. Y'all eating ass.
Is that what's going through your mind?
That's my story that I'm sticking to. That's my truth.
That's your truth?
You've been married for 10 years? You mean all these songs?
Is it because, when you hit the 10-year mark,
I probably eat ass. Yeah, I'm gonna be deep. Yeah. I told you, I will probably eat ass for a free PlayStation 5. Yo, because I don't know if
that's the standard.
I don't know if I'm burning like $700.
Right, from now to next week, you let me know how much DMs you get with PlayStation 5 offers.
Oh shit. How do you get here?
As this hits Tuesday. As this hits Tuesday, we're going to count down. And then next week when we record, you're going to tell me how many PlayStation 5 offers that he has gotten.
Dr. Phil Hands. Hello, ladies. I, Marvelous of the Podical Sons, would like a PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
Now, if you're offering PlayStation 5 with a sweaty ass crack, that would not be licking no.
Hey, this is a good time to pay homage to Meatloaf.
Cause I would do anything for that, but I ain't eating that or licking that. R.I.P. Meatloaf, man. Yo,
R.I.P. Meatloaf.
Yo, these celebrities are R.I.P. Andre Leon Talley.
Yeah.
black fashion icon and stuff from the back in the day.
Mhm.
Used to be editor-in-chief and stuff of Vogue. One of the main editors and stuff too of Vogue for a good period of time. R.P. Louie Anderson.
That one I was like, wow. Because again, growing up with him, watching those comic shows, I can't remember the cartoons.
Life of Louie.
Life of Louie, right? And then just him just being like disappearing for a period of time, and then you forgetting about him and forgetting about Life of Louie, and it's all of a sudden that it's like, oh shit.
Nah, Louie always, I don't know, in my world, Louie always had these jab back moments and stuff.
Yeah.
Because kind of like, he's working.
Right.
It's just not, it might be on your radar.
Right.
So I always find like, I would stumble onto Louie Anderson when you least expect it. Like, all right, for me, I hit to Louie when it came to Life of Louie, the cartoon. Right?
Yeah.
Come like this kid with the deep ass voice, oh, come on, mom, and everything.
Yeah.
And I was like, this guy is hilarious, whatever. Or like, I didn't know it was about a guy. I'm like, this kid is hilarious. Right. And then when I seen like the face behind it and everything, I'm like, okay, I got it. Then back in the day, Coming to America reruns a run on and everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ain't that the guy from Life of Louie? Because when he was working at McDowell's and everything.
Right.
And, he was in the other one too.
Yeah.
In the recent one.
Yeah.
So I'm saying they brought him, and that's what I'm saying. When you least expect, he'll surface. Like in my world, that's what I always feel like. And then I think what threw me off is for years they went a nice duration without Family Feud. And he was part of the reboot of Family Feud.
That's right.
Right. Like the 99, early 2000s stuff.
Yeah.
It was his thing and stuff, whatever. And I was like, oh shit. I'm like, Louie, where have you been?
Yeah.
So they're like, he had these moments and everything in his comedy, his style of comedy and everything like that. I kind of, I'm not saying it's not to me like my top tier genre. My top tier genre of comedy is stand up.
Right.
And then after that is improv.
Yeah.
'Cause I feel like with those two will prove that you're fucking funny.
Yeah.
Because for all, like, I want to say some things that we might say and everything, somebody might think that there's like people over here writing scripts and holding cue cards up. Whatever,
Yeah, no.
And thinking that this is, certain things we say might be funny, or they got a screenwriter, they got whatever.
Right.
This is all organic.
Right.
And I feel like stand up and those things show that you're a comedian to me.
Yeah. To me too.
So when I'm seeing him, like, especially the Family Feud type, look at Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey can kill a stand up. And the improv shit.
He's off the
exactly.
cuff, man.
The improv stuff, and that's what I like. Louie has had his moments. Rest his soul. He will be missed. I think all three of them will be missed. I'm not really too much into fashion.
Yeah.
So Andre's thing and stuff, whatever, I know who he is.
Right.
Because I always remember a big black dude with these kind of like dresses type of fleur out type of thing.
And he stood out because there wasn't much, other than maybe the one or two models that were black.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, he was the dude. He was our representation in the fashion world.
Gotcha. So yeah, man. Let me ask you about this death dance though. Is there a difference between how you deal with death from people you don't know, from people you do know? Because I look at it stuff as like you have Mike Jackson.
Right.
I start realizing this then. Mike Jacks, I want to say, in his world, fucked with, I feel like mainly celebrities, but I guess his 1-2 foundations, he'll deal with like children and everything like that, right? Now, if these are kids coming from like a Michael Jackson foundation,
right,
to meeting him and having a moment with him, and then he dies on them. Right. And when he dies, they're like, oh my gosh, I met him. He was the sweetest person, the coolest person and stuff like that. I got a vibe from him and stuff. I can see why they would be sad.
Yes.
Now, I'm a lover of Michael Jackson music. I think my favorite Michael Jackson song, to be honest, stuff I feel like is fucking Liberian Girl.
Liberian Girl?
Liberian Girl and Lady in My Life. Those are two Michael Jackson songs I will have on repeat.
I kill Butterflies.
I love Butterflies.
Butterflies is my joint, man. I'll kill that joint, man.
I love Butterflies.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like when it came to Mike, he was monumental and inspirational to me in so many ways.
Yeah.
But I never shed a tear.
Yeah. And when you explain it like that, and I think about it too, being someone into music and in the industry and knowing what he meant to that side of things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't really shed a tear either. I acknowledged the fact that, oh shit, like an icon is gone.
Mm-hmm.
But I think for me that was about
The
it.
extent of
the extent of it.
See, and okay, when Kobe died.
Well, go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Like when Kobe died and
Yeah.
stuff, whatever, right? Like, I know tons of people want stuff for you, but I know tons of people want stuff like they felt that.
Right.
They felt that. 'Cause I remember even like one of my friends now, right?
Yeah.
Her man crush was Kobe.
Mm.
Her man crush was Kobe. By the way, you're onto some shit with the bowel head thing. Smooth has a theory, folks. We're gonna pause this little sad story, interrupt the show for a brief moment. We can get back to regular scheduled program. Smooth has this theory. If you're an athlete and you started off with hair, you become a GOAT when you get bald headed.
Yeah.
Kobe did the same
When you
thing.
get bald headed.
Back to you. All right. So now, when Kobe and stuff for her, she's like, Kobe, I didn't like him with his nappy fro and everything like that.
Yeah.
When he started cutting his hair and everything, she's like, oh, Kobe kind of cute.
Go.
And then Kobe out here dropping like the 80s, doing everything, clutch winning shots.
Mm-hmm.
She said she actually wrote a paper in school pertaining to like some stuff around Kobe. About the whole mama mentality.
Right.
She's never met Kobe.
No.
When Kobe Bryant died,
Yeah.
she actually did cry and feel depressed.
Mm.
And I was like, so how are you when it comes to like regular people now? Because if people are feeling like this, I mean, not regular people, I want to say people like that impact your world.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Well,
Is it an impact thing?
I was gonna say I feel it's an impact thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's gonna, when you say like between like maybe a close family relative compared to somebody you just know, I think even within that there's gonna be like levels, right? Because again, Michael Jackson, everybody knew Michael Jackson.
Right.
But I think just like you're saying, I took Kobe's death more than I did Michael Jackson.
Mm.
And then I'm trying to rationalize that because I don't know none of them. Neither of them know me. Mm. I've never communicated with any one of them. Neither have they communicated with me. But I almost feel like I grew with Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
We're a similar age, right?
Mm-hmm.
Big fan of basketball. While he's playing basketball, I'm playing basketball. He listens to hip hop music. I listen to hip hop music. So there was more relatable things I found with Kobe than with Michael Jackson.
Do you like Peter Pan? Yeah. Did you like Peter Pan peanut butter?
Yeah.
Did they have that here in Canada?
I always wanted to go to the ranch.
Neverland?
Yeah, I think
Neverland was slapping those back in the day.
I think maybe if I had gotten to go to the ranch, it'd be a different story.
It would be a different story. In more ways than some.
A way different story.
In more ways than some. Oprah would be paying you money to get your version of your Neverland experience.
I wonder how their memories are right now when he passed, how their feelings were.
Right? That is a good damn question. How would they feel when they found out?
Allegedly.
No.
If it happened, how do they feel?
Let's have this Podical moment now.
Yeah.
How would you think they feel? You know what? I have a question and stuff for them. I think one day, well, I guess I might as well bust it now. And then I guess eventually to the polls, they'll get it. But people who listen to this episode, I guess this Tuesday gonna be some shit.
It's gonna be
Marvin eating ass on PlayStation 5s and shit and all this episode. But I always had a question and stuff for them because it was more pertaining to like the religious folk. That's why I'm like, I can't wait to meet your preacher friend and stuff like that, whatever.
Right.
Would people like clap and rejoice if Adolf Hitler went to heaven? Or would they be pissed off? Because the thing and stuff is that my mom and I had this conversation one day, right? Salute to my mom's. And like she was saying, she's like, yo, you're not baptized yet though? So I'm like, nah, I'm gonna find my moment, when I get to really, no bullshit to go to God, like, this is it.
This is it.
I'm good now.
When you're past your 40s.
Because, black people find God in their 40s. I think, I said, I think one day I might get married again.
Okay.
And I said, until that day comes,
right,
then the fornication has to run.
You're gonna live lawless. But we're back to the lawlessness
again. I think so the nonsense might run again now. So now bring it back. I might come to a point where, my mom, she said this, and it impacted me that day.
Yeah,
she's like, she said, Christian folk or people who are baptized,
right,
they just have to ask for forgiveness. And then they slide right through.
Yeah.
So the baptism and stuff kind of got them to that point.
Right.
So when she went to the baptism and stuff, whatever,
right,
you could be ex-con murder and doing all this fuck shit and then be like, hey, dear Lord, please forgive me for all that shit I did and stuff. So Adolf Hitler was like, yo, please, dear Lord, this is my final moments. Please forgive me for all the 60 million lives that I've been responsible for. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Then they killed him. He asked for forgiveness.
Well, okay, so you're raising a really good point.
Right. So I said that day changed my mind. Go ahead. Because
before anybody kicks the bucket, they always bring a priest in.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Even if you're going in, if you're gonna be executed, they bring a priest in, right? And it's absolution is what they bring them in for.
Hitler's in heaven, folks.
I don't know. Did he get? We gotta assume that he might have got knocked off before the preacher arrived.
But do you really need the preacher to absolve you?
You might not need the preacher to.
Because that's what I'm saying. We don't know the records of him being baptized.
If I believe the God that I believe in, you're supposed to be able to talk to him direct. So if you can talk to him direct and ask for absolution and forgiveness.
And we're back to having sun on Sunday.
Hey. Good question.
Another good sermon. But I always said it because I'm always like, yo, you have to really understand this stuff. When she said that, whatever, I'm like, I thought it was wild. Like when I was in high school and what's the Dante Alighieri? Dante's Inferno?
Dante's Inferno.
Dante's Inferno.
Right.
Right? There's a part in there where I think there's a few priests that were in hell. Right? And then I think he's seen him and stuff, whatever. He's like, yo, what the hell are you doing here? You're a priest.
Right.
And he's like, people think that another human being such as yourself can absolve you from your sins. He's like, but we fought holy wars for what you guys were telling us. He's like, yeah, but we're just people like you too. So we end up in places like this as well.
We're just people like you too.
And I was like, oh shit. That had me going. Then when my mom said that piece and stuff, I was like, yo, you know what? If that be the case, anybody can just, before their final tick. Any last words? Give me a minute. Let me get my prayer on.
Yeah.
Amen. Run it. Put the bullet here. And then,
they'll ask you if you willing to accept the Lord Savior Jesus Christ. You gonna say no at that point?
What? You gonna kill me like 5 minutes anyway?
You gonna say no at that point?
Hell yeah. I'm like splashing, pour the holy water on my forehead.
Just matter of fact, just don't even electrocute me. Drown me with the holy water.
Drop me in holy water. Yeah, man. Wade in the water. But that part. So that's why I was like, when it comes to death, I just feel like for me, you have to impact me in a closer proximity.
Yeah.
I look up to, or according to what Shorty said, salute to Shorty with the whole, if you like a person's style as a man, whatever, it's your man crush. Guys want to admit, like, they're a fan of it's your man crush.
Right.
Like, oh, you're a fan of da-da-da? No, you're crushing on and everything. Yeah. So, okay, I might have a man crush on Jay-Z. I had a man crush on Kobe because I always like that mama mentality thing, right? Yeah. My man's like, yo, if I can't depend on y'all, I got to depend on myself. I heard Busta Rhymes say it. If you're not going to be part of the greatest, you got to be greatest yourself. I'm like, fuck it. I'll just do it. I'll do it all.
Yeah.
right? And I look up to these people. Now, if, touch wood that Jay-Z passed or some shit like that, I'm like, damn, he's left a mark in the world,
Right.
not just through hip hop,
Right.
throughout the world, from the things he's done, from philanthropy to like business things that he's helped seen. Like, I want to say, I don't think any rapper before Jay-Z thought they can be as big as Jay-Z.
I don't think so either.
No. No.
I don't think so either.
And then any rapper after Jay-Z looks at it like, yo, he's the bar.
Yeah, because I mean the only person that we seen on a trajectory like that.
Take 6.
That would tongue tied me. Made me feel like soft soap.
We'll get to that.
But the only one I would say that we would consider heading in that direction would have been Puffy, and Puffy wasn't a rapper. We always considered Puffy as a businessman.
Yes.
So we seen him like that, right? But no, from a rapper perspective, Jay is like far surpassed what we would have expected.
Right. Because I want to say, like, okay, so we're podcasters.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan.
Okay.
Joe Rogan would be like our ultimate bar.
Right.
Whatever, to be like, all right, that's as good as it can get.
Right.
And if you get past that, Joe Rogan, you have to suck some. It ain't no disrespect, Joe. I'm just saying, like,
no disrespect, Joe.
If you're not part of the Podical Sons train, like, you part of the competition. That's it.
That's all.
That's it. But that's what I'm saying.
It's
like,
friendly.
It's just, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's just marks and stuff where some people just look. But again, Joe Rogan dies or Joe Rogan passes, I'm not going to be out here boo-hooing. But I've seen people legit, like, go through some things and stuff. And I'm like, I need to be able to say, like, yo, I can reach out and touch you.
Yeah.
And then we've had one-on-one moments. Or we had one moment.
Right.
If we had one moment and it's like, I don't know you. I meet you now. We have a 15-minute moment. And now you said some impactful things and inspired me in some ways.
Okay, so what if it's not a reach out and touch, but they've said something that has touched you or has changed your direction in life for the better?
And I didn't reach out and touch them?
And it's, if you've never worked them, like, for instance, like, let's say you had, I want to say, maybe read a book of maybe somebody who's alive. I'm trying to think of who would I think
alive now.
Yeah,
Mel Robbins.
Mm-hmm. And he's brought inspiration words that you.
I love her high five theory.
Right, and some of that stuff you have taken and have
implemented in my own world.
Okay, so somebody like that passes.
I'm still not gonna cry.
Okay. No, well, not necessarily cry. No, I don't think you would cry
or have like a moment, whatever. Like,
no, would you be like, damn, like that person is because of this person, like I'm now this way, or
I would say that. I would say that because I want to say my punk ass and stuff, whatever. I probably have about like let's say 2 or 3. Probably less than 5 movies I can count.
Yeah.
That maybe shed a tear.
Right.
Right? And they're a fictional story.
Right.
Most of them might have been like part of a real thing, whatever. I don't know. Got to go back and watch these movies. But I don't recall Man on Fire really being based on a true story shit type of thing, whatever, right? But I feel like certain movies and stuff that they kind of just rocked me.
Right.
And I watched some animes and stuff, whatever, that kind of just hit me in the feels, right? Like, this one dude told me to watch this one anime and stuff, and I recommend to people to watch, called The Grave of the Fireflies.
Grave of the Fireflies.
If you watch this fucking movie and you don't cry, you don't feel sad and stuff, whatever, you don't have a soul. Cause, not to give away the premise of the movie, but basically it's like a brother and a sister surviving after, it happened in Japan, after the bomb went off, the nuclear bomb went off.
Okay.
So now they're just trying to survive.
Right.
Lost family, lost house, lost everything.
Yeah.
They're just trying to survive. Hardship. And they go through some shit.
Yeah.
And then you're in there, you're like, what the fuck is wrong with this show, man? I can't believe this shit. Like, I was in my feels. And I was like, what? tear jerking my ass. I almost finished a box of Kleenex and stuff. I had to get me. It was an old flick, so I already had it like on I think like a DVD.
Yeah.
At the time when I seen it, I had to hit pause, go to the washroom, look at myself like boo-hooing, red eyes, like you're a man now, man.
Yeah.
You're a man.
Yeah.
Man, the fuck up, Marv. Went back out there. I can't believe this shit. Like, who thought of this? Yes, these things have made me shed a tear.
Yeah.
To a person, the person who wrote that beautiful piece of movie,
Right.
I don't think I would cry.
Yeah, but okay, but that person who wrote that beautiful movie, I don't think there would be any connection there to make you want to cry. No. But okay, so take that same feeling that you have, right? And let's replace the movie with a song.
Okay.
Right? Because a lot of times you'll hear
a song that made me cry.
A lot of times you'll hear artists will say, like, they'll get fans who will tell them, like, yo, you don't understand like what this song really means to me. Like, I was on the verge of committing suicide, and this song had brought me from like a real hard place. Yeah,
J. Cole, Love Yours. That's for me.
Okay.
Most recent one that I can remember.
So now imagine that. So imagine, because and everybody deals with things different. Some people are more sensitive than others. So imagine to that person, right? Like, yo, this person, I don't know this person, but this person literally changed my life with that one song. And then that person passes.
I can see it.
Yeah, it's like I can see, and that's why I say I can see like there would be certain levels to it, and depending on what the attachment is what you're really gonna hold. It's what's really gonna carry the weight.
Got
for
you.
you,
So
right?
it's the attachment. So if that be the case and stuff, whatever, then like, I guess like I would feel the type of way and stuff because one, J. Cole and I were the same age, so he's 36, turning 37 and stuff, whatever too. Right. And I want to say like from all his
Love Yours is a joint, man.
Love You.
It's a beautiful joint.
Yeah, I think the first time I heard Love Yours, I couldn't comprehend it.
Right.
Because the song, like on that whole album, what is it? 2014 Forest Hill Drive. The song before was Apparently. And that was the hit, whatever, right? And like as soon as the song went off, I heard like I'm a sucker for piano. Yeah. Anything that has piano, that's why Alicia Keys is like top dog.
And that's like piano and hard ass drums.
Yeah. So like when it ding, 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 ding. Yeah. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. And I'm like, oh shit.
Such thing,
so I'm like,
no such thing.
You're right. So I had to turn him like, say a heartbeat, make him feel nigga know that he's alive. Yeah. And I was like, and he said, hear my cry for distress. My cry out for distress. I'm looking like, wait, what? Is this a suicide song? And like, I took in the song and I was like, oh my gosh. And then I sat and I was like, damn, that song was something else.
Yeah.
Right? I heard it again, let's say maybe like a week or two later or something like that. I probably was high or something like that. Right. And I was washing dishes and then like it hit me again. And my ex looked at me and stuff. She looked at me like, she's like, yo, are you okay?
No, that song's powerful.
And I was like, I don't know, this song, it just does something to me. So she took in the song.
Yo, that song brought me to tears in my car one time.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll be honest, it brought me to tears one time. My G, I don't know what I was going through. And that song came on, and I turned that shit up, bro.
I turned it up, and I was in tears, man. So she listened to it and stuff with her. She's like, and she's not a hip hop person and stuff. And she's like, yo, I'm not into hip hop like that. I'm an R&B type of, she's a reggae type of chick and stuff with her. And she's like, yo, that song, she's like, it made her cry.
Yeah, the song's deep, man.
It made her cry.
It's deep.
So I was like, I'm like, yeah. So like, now you remove, like, let's say, touch wood.
Right.
Jermaine Cole is no longer on the planet.
Right.
I will always remember that this man made this beautiful song that brought the whole world into this thing. Because I remember he had the Forest Hill Drive live album.
Yeah.
And then he's like, yo, I don't care what you get. You smoking, you're lighting, put your phones up and everything like that. And he's like, huh? What you say?
Yeah.
And the girl's like, this song brings me to tears. He's like, it brought him to tears when he wrote it. So I was like, so okay, I'm not the only one feeling this shit.
And you know what? Heaven forbid when he passed, if we still around and they play that shit,
oh my gosh.
Everybody going to tears.
I'm balling.
Everybody going to tears.
I'm balling. I know I'm balling. I'm in that bitch like, it's on repeat. It's on repeat. Like, Marv, this song just went up. Play it again.
No. Did you hear what he said?
Yo.
Play it again.
Man said, love yours, man. There's always going to be a better chick out there than yours. So what?
Always.
It's always gonna be a bigger house than yours. You're like, but as long as the motherfuckers in yours love you dearly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yes.
I heard that. When I listened to that, I was like, yo, this a nigga seen some things.
The part that but every part in that song,
life.
Every part in that song hits. But the part that always resonates with me, he's like, the good news is, nigga, you came a long way. The bad news is, nigga, you went the wrong way.
Yeah.
And I was like, could you imagine? And I always say that and stuff for them, like, even with like career and certain things and stuff that I do in the world, I'm like, yo, I think I could be doing it so right.
Yeah.
And then when I get to a point and be like, nah, Marv, you did it wrong.
Yeah. What was all for?
Yeah.
Yeah. Song's deep, man. The song's deep, man. We gonna shed a tear when they
What?
Hopefully not.
Shit, I might be driving home to that shit. Yeah. I might not get no phone call. I might ignore every phone call that come in. Be like, you okay, Marv? Yeah. The windows was down. What's up?
Yeah. So I could definitely see some if it's somebody who's affected you in that sort of way,
and
even if you don't know, even if you can't touch them,
right?
It is just like, yo, it's like you changed me in a way that you could possibly never understand, because how would you? You don't know me.
Yeah.
And you didn't do it to change me. You did it most likely for yourself. But in doing it for yourself, I benefited from it.
Right, because I remember like when Eminem came out with Stan.
Yeah.
Right? And Stan was writing all those letters and stuff like that to Eminem and everything, and kind of went, often. I'm like, bruh, is it that serious? Mm-hmm. But I was like, this man, those lyrics probably resonated within him a different type of way.
Yeah.
It's so funny and stuff where I had a conversation and stuff, I think this past summer, I was with a group of friends and we were outside and stuff, like at a park area or something like that with our kids.
Right.
And I'm watching my son running around and they're like, yo, if you had a movie and stuff, whatever, like a movie where you had to save your son or something like that and everything, what would be the movie? What would be the soundtrack for this? I was like, I listen to a lot of shit. I was like, I'm trying to save my son. Like, it's like some hostage situation. He's like, yeah. I was like, I got some Busta Rhymes songs. I got some songs and stuff, whatever. Right? I was like, I don't know. When the credits run, like, don't run some Celine Dion at the end of the bits, whatever. Like, because if I don't make it, my heart will go on. So I was like, and everybody had their different answers because music hits people different types of ways.
Yeah.
Right? So yeah, you're right. My last question about this whole death talk and stuff, we can get back to some happier shit, is the beginning of the year, let's say like January and stuff.
Okay.
We're going to compare, I think for the next few, just for like the previous, like last year, 2021, January, the shit was all about Capitol Hill raid and stuff like that.
Right.
And the EB games and all that type of stuff, a lot of fuck shit like that. This year, like off the bat, I think even the Betty White thing to like still rolling in now.
Yeah.
Do you feel like...
When is her birthday coming up? It hasn't passed. It passed?
It passed.
Okay.
17th.
17th. Right.
Do you feel that... Well, people die every day. But do you feel that like the people that you've grown up with are now slowly but surely passing at a faster rate compared to like...
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think... I don't think it's unusual, right? Mm-hmm. I just think of when you're in your teens, when you're in your preteens, when you're a kid. I would even say when you're a young adult, right? Mm-hmm. When you hear your parents talking about so and so passed, there's a lot of passing that's happening within their time too at that stage. But to you you may know only maybe like some key names, right? Or some like key family members. Family members, yeah, right? But it's still not going to be enough family members that it would seem frequent. Whereas your parent or us at our age now, right? Our heroes are dying in front of us. Yeah, it was like they're dropping, and we're considering them dropping they're dropping like flies, right? But it's because we grew up with these people, right? Our kids, you got to look at it from the perspective of our kids, right? Because they're at the age where we were when we're experiencing our parents going through this.
Right.
Our kids don't know any of these people. They may know one or two, right?
From reference.
Right. Or, trailing in, reruns or whatever, it's old songs. They might know one or two trailing in, right? But that's just one or two. So to them, the death is not frequent. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So we would have been the same way. We would have just knew one or two. So to us, it wouldn't have been frequent.
And the older we get, the more broad, I want to say, our palettes and stuff.
Exactly.
Wider, experiences get wider.
Exactly.
So then now we're taking in some things at a different kind of rate. So let's say 10 years ago, you want to know who Maxine Waters is.
Okay. Yeah.
And then, fast forward, let's touch wood, she passed and everything. You're like, damn, that lady did a lot. She's gone now and everything.
Right.
And to the younger generation, be like, whoo.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the frequency it's always been the same. It's just that now we're at the age where it's like our era is dying out. Let's say that then.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's move on from that.
Death has left the room.
And let's bring in racists in the room. Man, let's talk about this Chinese people. Let's talk about these Chinese people, man. Nigger! Yo, Sonny Weems. Salute to American basketball player Sonny Weems. Okay, so the folks at home, Sonny Weems plays for the Tigers in the CBA, Chinese Basketball Association.
Yeah.
And he got to a fight with another player who's from the Flying Leopards. So you have leopards and tigers. Oh, bears. Yeah. Oh, my. So they're going at it. Sonny and the guy both got suspended.
They both got suspended.
Double ejection. They got a double ejection.
Right.
From fighting and stuff on the court. Those guys is not soft over there. Chinese basketball.
Yeah.
I've been watching some of the Chinese basketball highlights.
Yeah.
You're talking about their old Knicks from the back in the day? They're in China.
Yeah.
They out there trucking dudes, giving them bowls, throwing bowls and everything.
Yeah.
It only makes sense why they're gonna fight. So now, after the game, Sonny's team, because they were their away team, went back to where they were, the original stadium and everything like that, right? To get dropped off.
Right.
They had, so the video shows it and stuff, whatever, were clearly some other... Do I want to say they're for the leopards? I don't know who to say they're for.
Yeah.
But they had a lot of racial things to say.
Yeah.
A lot of words.
Yeah.
Soon the bus pulled up. He didn't even get off the bus yet. He didn't get off the bus yet. Pulled up. Nigger! Go back to your country! Nigger! And I was like, they always say Asian folk aren't good with the letter R. Nigger! That was...
You practiced that
They practiced that.
one.
They learned that from somewhere.
Yeah.
They got the ER proper.
That was a lot of redneck movies they watched before they came out.
MAGA rallies.
Yeah.
Something. I don't know.
Something. They implanted, they always got a one foot in something. They planted somebody in a MAGA rally.
Oh,
and it's like,
they took notes. They took notes. So when somebody told me the story and stuff first, whatever, right? Because they told me the story on the Tuesday, Wednesday, after MLK and all that type of stuff, right? After Martin Luther King Day. And I was like, damn, that's fucked up. But they said it was an Olympic team. But I was like, Olympic team? Like, no, it's not the Olympic team.
No, CBA.
Yeah, because I know the Beijing thing is coming up.
Right.
The Beijing Winter Olympics.
Right.
So when they were telling me, I was like, wait, what? I was like, they play basketball in the Winter Olympics? I guess. I
It's a
guess.
winter sport.
Yeah,
It's a
winter
winter
sport,
sport,
you
yeah.
know, per se,
Yeah.
you know. I get it. So I was looking, I was like, I still think this is well, we both can probably agree. I don't want to speak for you, but we both can agree this is fucked. CBA,
Very.
they washed their hands off of it, and some actual people and stuff like, you know, who support Sonny
Yeah.
and like his basketball, you know, endeavors over there.
Right.
They reached out to him on Twitter and everything like that. I think his Twitter post, last Twitter post that I seen, he had different color hearts from across the board.
Okay.
And then it's just like, you know, like, we're not being racist, you know, they had red, blue, like different,
Right. Yeah.
every
yeah.
color heart
Yeah.
and stuff, whatever
Yeah.
there they could find. And I get it. I took it in. I just feel like the thing that dawned on me in the back of my mind, China and America, they're not going to be right. The reason why I say they're not going to get right is because I think what drilled a major factor when, like, from relations before, I don't really can say too much.
Mhm.
But I want to say with the whole wet market and COVID and the China virus type of thing, and they know Americans and stuff kind of like blew some shit, whatever.
Yeah.
You can't expect these people to ride for American folk. Now, if they do, that's the humane thing to do as a person. You're just riding for the human.
Right. Right.
Whatever, right? But we seen some of the videos like during the pandemic, how some of the Chinese people dealt with some of the black folks there. They weren't even American. They were African.
Mhm.
And they're getting evicted, you know, getting hit, all the above. I'm like, this nigger. Like,
I think they're gonna have to send send a representative to explain. They're gonna have to start explaining. They're gonna have to. You know what I mean?
China, send somebody over here.
They're gonna have to start explaining their behavior.
You're onto something.
They're gonna have to start explaining their behavior.
You're onto
I
something.
I no longer want to hear. I no longer want to hear. You know, when the whole Asians' life matter. Like we roll with y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm sorry, I don't hear enough condemnation from China with this.
You're right.
I don't.
You're right. From like even like that washing machine commercial
Yeah.
where the guy went in black and came out Asian and stuff, whatever, because she pushed him in the washing machine.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a normal dance and stuff, whatever, over there. It's just that we're not privy and aware to it. Like, now we live in a world where like everything's on social media.
Right.
Like, this is out.
Yeah.
Whatever. From like the nigger moment, like this was out, present.
Yeah.
And I feel like if it's not really caught by that, this is just, we're none the wiser to it.
We're none the wiser to it. And listen, I get it. Not all of you are going to be racist. And I really don't expect those who live in melting pot countries like America, Canada, or UK to be racist, because your mindset should be different. You grow up amongst different
People that look like you.
people that look like you.
Right.
You've experienced different cultures. So I don't expect you to have that type of mindset. I do, however, I can see it in China. I can see it being prevalent in China because, I mean, for the most part of the country's life, they've been a closed society,
Mhm.
right? They've recently
They got their own social medias.
opened up, and even with opening up, they still stick to themselves. So, yeah, I can expect that, but it shouldn't happen. You know what I mean? If we're now going forward in this world together, there can't be any place for this in any society. I don't think.
Agreed.
Right? And you gotta, I don't care, you gotta nip it in the butt. You gotta lead by example, bro.
They do.
You can't be developing African countries and have people with this type of attitude. It don't jive, man. I'll be honest. I'm gonna look at you differently in my African countries if this is the mentality your people still have.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree because, like, what is it? In Kenya, I had a friend, she did a missionary.
Right.
She did a missionary and stuff. And she said she was at a Chinese restaurant and it was about like 5-something-ish, like almost 5:30. And they looked at him like, all right, so you guys are gonna have to wrap up and stuff for them and be out here before 6.
Yeah.
She's black.
Yeah.
Right? So she's looking like, the hell? But the peoples that she was with, they're like, yeah, like they don't allow black people in this restaurant after 6 unless they're like people, affluential people or known people.
Right.
She's like, why? Because they're like, they're not too sure if the people, black people might be with Boko Haram,
right,
or anything, or any other kind of like extremist group,
right,
that might cause harm and stuff, whatever, to the place. So when she was telling me the story and stuff, whatever, I was drinking at the time and I almost choked.
Yeah.
So I was like, Chinese restaurant in Africa.
In Africa.
Don't want black people to be in a restaurant? Somebody spiked my drink.
And was it the people who she was, were they also black or were they?
One was black and the other one was white.
Okay.
Because they're part of the missionary trip, but they've done the missionary thing
right,
to Kenya
right,
and everything from like Toronto to Kenya.
Yeah.
Several times and stuff, whatever, right? But they know the routine, but this is our first time. She's looking like, we're in Kenya. We're not
supposed to frequent.
We're not in Shanghai.
Who else is supposed to frequent
We're not in Taiwan.
your restaurant in Kenya?
We're not in the Philippines. Like, you're in a continent with a good portion of black people. And you expect no black people to be in there unless you're rich and affluential past 6. Look, motherfucker.
Look, Senate representative, you're going to have to explain some shit.
No, I agree with
You're going to have to explain some shit, man.
I agree with you. I don't know. I want to touch on this thing about these lyrics. How do you feel about the New York law with using rap lyrics as evidence in the criminal trials?
And
salute to Jay-Z before you start.
Yeah.
For coming up with to find a bill to try and combat it.
Right.
Talk to things.
I would say I'm against it simply for the fact is when you're doing anything I would consider theatrical performance, whether that be acting, whether that be singing. The key word in there is theatrical, right? So whether the writer is writing a script for a movie or the writer is writing a song, the writer is, sorry, let me actually distinguish it because there's 2 forms of writing. There's fact-based, right? Mm-hmm. And then you have fiction, right? Majority of these guys who are rapping, it's fiction. It has not happened yet. And I say it has not happened yet because I'm not going to shoot down the potential for it not happening at all. But it has not happened yet. You can't prosecute somebody based upon hearsay. You can't prosecute somebody on an act that has not happened yet.
Go ahead.
Right?
Bobby Sherman.
Yeah. Which is sad. Because at the end of the day, did he do it?
Oh no, the other people's in the song. The whole GS9.
Other people's in the song did it. But if we're
and it was already done.
But it was already done, right?
Right.
And
so that's what I'm saying. You're saying that it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
It's already happened. That's why they made a hot song about a hot nigga.
But okay, we see with Bobby Smyrna, right?
Mm-hmm.
With that song, yeah. You're speaking something that has already happened. That is fact.
Mm-hmm.
Again, like I said, fact and fiction, right? Majority of the time, it's fiction. It has not happened yet, right? So you can't now say you're gonna prosecute somebody on something that has not happened yet. If it's happened, then, dude, you're telling us what we know happened. You're just basically telling us how it happened. So yeah, you're confessing.
Okay, but so Kanye with his song that leaked the other day,
right?
With the whole thing about he'll basically beat up Pete Davidson,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
basically beat up Pete Davidson. Now, if anything's that happened to Pete Davidson.
They still gotta prove it's Kanye who did it.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. But if, let's say, I feel like the law system and stuff works is like guilty until proven innocent. Just me. It's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah.
Well, no, they must. He did it.
Yeah.
Motherfucker. And then when you get off and stuff, whatever, like, but I was innocent the whole time. Be like, well, we had the point to blame at somebody. We got to find that person. I feel like if Kanye is even a proximity of even the city, if let's say Pete Davidson just like he just get beat up, and he's alive and well,
right?
Kanye will be prosecuted because it's already in the song.
You think so?
I think so.
I think it.
I feel like when it comes to,
but here's why I don't think that though, because Kanye says a lot of outlandish shit in the song.
This is very true. That's why I said it's very rare. I agree with Kanye.
For
10 years, you deserve a menage.
So it's hard to take him seriously about anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if something was to happen to Pete Davis and Kanye was in the vicinity, I still wouldn't think it's Kanye. Because I don't see Kanye as a threat to anybody, to be quite honest with you.
No, Jane Prince proved that.
Right? I don't see him as a threat to anybody.
See, I just reading the root. Punny.
So again, I don't think it should be admissible, right? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, y'all should stop telling on yourselves, man.
That's my thing.
Stop telling on yourselves.
That's my thing, because the strong move quiet, the weak start riots. Real G's moving silent like lasagna. We know a lot of these things, like, don't talk about it, be about it. You just, just do shit. You don't really gotta vocalize too much and stuff, whatever. I get it. But for me, as a lyrical person, and when it comes to rap, especially in hip hop, I want you to I want to say for other genres, I got hip hop, rock, like the alternative rock stuff. Then I have, then I'll probably put like R&B after.
Okay.
For like things that, like, I want you to be real with your words.
Okay.
Like, all right, if I hear a song like, I Am Beautiful by Christina Aguilera, in my head, I'm thinking she didn't write it.
Right.
So I don't expect too much from it. Like, even like when, I want to say my number 2 spot was R&B until Usher did Confessions.
Right.
So when Usher did Confessions and stuff like that, he's like, no, they didn't cheat on Chili. Jermaine Dupri wrote the song.
Yeah.
And I was looking like, they're songwriters. Yeah, you're right. You can JD credit for his experience. So I knocked that down. But when it comes to like that alternative rock and all that type of shit like that, when I'm hearing like, what's it? Foster the People? All the little kids with the pumped up kicks, you better run, outrun my gun.
Mm.
Bruh, that's a school shooter song right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yo, you better outrun my bullets and all that type of stuff. I'm like, he's like, oh, we're just joking. Are you though? Like, and like, it kind of hit hard to the house and stuff for them. And then like you have Ice-T and sorry, not Ice-T. NWA, Fuck the Police.
Right.
When they came out with Fuck the Police, people were really saying fuck the police.
Yes.
People were actually trying to fuck up the police and stuff in the process. Who was the authority supposed to blame for this?
I mean, if Trump can get away with
all that too with YG.
Yeah.
With the FDT, fuck Donald Trump. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That right there, he got into some hot water.
Yeah.
For whatever. Because even he's like, man, y'all can pay me $5 million. I was singing at Donald Trump's inauguration and stuff. I'm like, bruh, the charges that was to be slapped on you. Because like they came at him with like some shit. If you Google it, they came at him with some type of...
Okay, but what is it? Did he utter any type of like physical violence in there, or was it...
He was expressing more how he feels.
Yeah.
And saying that like, the people should fuck up Donald Trump. Not him, no. So it was slick. It was slick. But that's what I'm saying. I expect this kind of wordplay from a rapper.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I only mentioned Donald Trump because We got the wordplay from Donald Trump.
This is true. This is fucking true. I can't believe it's not butter. yeah.
And we can't pin him to it.
No, we cannot. So I look at it stuff as where we shouldn't hold that because this is entertainment.
Yeah.
This is an entertainment type of thing. But I don't know. I just, like I said, part of me, I just want my rap lyrics to be real.
Right.
I want my rap lyrics to be real because I'm devastated and stuff. And I'm like, oh shit, I like this Drake song. Drake ain't write this. I'm like, are you sure? And they show you a list of all the people like, for real?
What? And you see, what if it's like someone? What if it's not Drake, but it's someone like really close, like a right hand man, and he's like, yo, you just follow me and study my life, so you could just write songs that pertain to me.
I agree.
I think that would probably make more sense. You just have those core writers that just and if I'm to go that route, then that's probably how I would do it.
But that's what I'm saying. I overthink.
Yeah.
Right? That's one of my things and stuff that I overthink about a lot of things. You give me a topic, you give me a theme, you give me something, I overthink and stuff and go deep into my brain just as an automatic deep dive thing.
Right.
Right? And you give me a brand new song and stuff, whatever, right? Sensia, Megan Thee Stallion. Right? My brain is already doing deep dives and stuff like what will make them make a song like this? Not even just to break it apart or dismantle it or throw shade to it.
Yeah.
But it's like what will make them make a song like this? Or what will make Sensia try to do it? I'm like, okay, this might be a crossover hit for her to transition into the thing. Because some reggae artists have like, I want to say some island artists, I don't want to say reggae, island artists have a thing where they might have like a pop culture feel away from their original roots.
Yeah.
And it might work for them.
Yeah.
Pon de Replay wasn't that kind of track for Rihanna, but Rihanna's other tracks and stuff kind of did it. Right? And then like
I would even go as far as even though it's not pop music, Coffee. She broke into that pop arena.
She broke into the pop arena, but that's what I'm saying. She's still original to her
to
the true form.
Yes.
Right? Like I want to say, don't know how much type of, let's say, was it Rihanna's what, Barbados?
Yeah.
Barbados? She's Bayesian.
I believe so, yeah.
She's Bayesian. The most of the Bayesian music that I hear is kind of a line of like soca, calypso. Right? That kind of thing. And then you hear Rihanna, Take a Bow or Love on Her Brain.
Yeah.
That's a stretch.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it can't happen and stuff, but I feel like most soca and calypso songs, I feel like a porno could be made from most of them. I seen this girl whining, I came on my hining, jump. If that's not a song, we own that shit. It's on this podcast.
Real simple and to the point, just like porn.
Yes. That's why I'm always a fan of it, whatever, right? But I'm saying, Riri stuff is kind of like far from it, but it has mass appeal.
Right.
So if Sensi is trying to do it, it has mass appeal.
Right.
So when I'm listening to these musicians and stuff, whatever, I'm just trying to figure out where they're coming out, but they're trying to do things of a mass appeal. So I never heard Bobby Shmurda before until I heard Hot Nigga.
Right.
When I heard Hot Nigga and stuff, and I'm like, I'm taking the lyrics and stuff, and I'm like, yo, he's calling out his squad. And I'm like, GS, my gun squad, GS Raw, GS9. I'm like, okay, so he's calling out his peoples and stuff, and he's like, yo, because, you know, they some hot niggas.
Right.
And like, you're kind of hot by just talking about what the hot niggas are doing.
Yeah.
Mama said I was giving no pussy cats in my dog house. So they're like, you talking about your trap house too? I'm like, all right. Then you tell me, oh, it was just a song. We didn't live that lifestyle. He'd be like, why would I listen to your fake shit?
Yeah.
Like, the baby. Like, yo, punches people out in fucking malls.
Mm-hmm.
Pulls gun, like shot the dude in the Walmart.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When against the alphabet mafia,
but see,
gotta live in his raps.
But see, okay, so but here's the thing though. Why is it that we want that type of authenticity from music, right? But we don't expect that type of authenticity from movies.
Genre.
From movies.
Oh, from movies.
Yeah.
I kind of do if it says based on a true story.
Based on a true story.
If it starts off
based on a true story, then because again, fact, right? We're looking at fact, right? But I mean, most of our actors that we like, they're doing fiction.
They're doing fiction. But as I'm saying, like, if you see based on the truth, I feel like it hits different.
Yeah.
Picture.
Okay, so are we expecting all raps to be based on true stories?
Yes. I am.
But it can't be like that.
I am.
Because they could, and you know what? And okay, that's the problem then.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
I know I have a problem.
No, that's the problem. That would be the problem in general. If we're expecting them to live, if we're expecting every last rap, sing rap that a rapper is rapping, right, to be real, 100% real, right? Then they gotta just rap what they do 24/7, and there's gonna be no variety.
You're right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like there's theatrics to it and stuff, whatever, right? Because I know better. Like, I'm older now and I know better, so I'm gonna do better. Yeah, right. I want to say, I was in 11th grade when Ether came out. You 36 in the karate class, you tie boho. I'm like, no, I watch MTV, Jay-Z, my diary thing and stuff, whatever. He was doing boxing training. He doesn't do Tai Bo, Nas. Your raps are lies, okay? Nasir Jones, those things are lies. It was boxing training. It wasn't Tai Bo. All right? But that's what I'm saying. The entertainment value and stuff is that you're 36 in a boxing class. You fake ass Mike Tyson. Won't hit the same as you Tai Bo Ho. Tai Bo Ho resonating with me is like, this nigga stupid. That's what I said in my head. So I prefer, like I said, prefer at least majority of it to at least be real. Yeah. At least be real. Like, give me for rap, give me 80%.
Because one of my favorite Locks tracks is Ride or Die Chick.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just the stuff he's saying it is like, okay, all right. Ooh. I know you no, just the entire song. The entire song, right? Yeah. You know, okay, some of it maybe loosely based on some actions. Well, okay, you just writing some shit.
What Eve say? She like to rock Prada suits and her ass is fat. I know some girls that rock Prada suits and their ass is fat. Yeah. So that feels real to me when I say it.
That's real. That's real.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, some of the other parts of the songs, maybe not so real. But we love it the same way. We like, you know what I mean? There's something about it that we gravitate to it. But I mean,
mass appeal. It's
the variety to it, right? Mm-hmm. That's another thing. Is the variety to it. So if they're going to be 100% true all the time, then they can't lend themselves to that type of variety.
Like I said, I agree. For me, I just want majority of it to be real. Because I remember, I never forget, I heard Special That I Got It Made a long time ago. Mm-hmm. I was like, probably from your old shit or something like that, whatever, right? I know I heard it before. I was in double digits in age. Right. I didn't see the video. I didn't know they had a video for it until I was probably at double digits. Okay. So I'm watching the video now, whatever, and they're rapping this shit like on the streets, and like it looked like a garbage, like a sanitation place when they're rapping. And I was like, you don't got it made. You ain't got it fucking made. Look at this video. You got it made. You shoot this video and stuff in the West Indies, like the part you said, fly over to the West Indies. Yeah. Shoot the video in the West Indies. Show me a dog with a bootleg spray bone. He's like, I got a dog with a solid gold bone. Show me a dog with like a spray painted bone. And I'm looking like, the lies we tell.
Us, we never took it as lies. We just look at it as like, yo.
And
we was like, yo. And niggas just saying, yo, this is what it is. Like, he's imagining himself. Like, and I imagine myself, yo, this is what it would be like. Like, I got it made. You know what I mean? It's like, it's almost like when we looked at it as something inspiring. Because we knew Special Ed didn't have that shit. Right. We was like, yo, that song became a joke because like, oh, he rhyming all the hot shit that we like, we know that we'd love to have. We'd love to own. Right. But we had to say, but we knew it was like,
they probably got all that afterwards.
It is.
So he didn't, like what you said, going back to your original thought, he didn't get it yet, or they didn't do it yet.
It didn't happen
yet.
It's still fiction. Yeah, it's still fiction.
Until he actually gave Fido a fucking golden ball. That one was a wild line to me in the song, but I dig it. I get it. I see where you're coming from now.
I got an accountant to account the amount I spent. I got to treaty and Tahiti because I own 1%. Nigga, we know you don't own 1%, but that line is hot.
Fire.
I got a TD
More
and
fire.
treaty 'cause
More
I
fire.
Got 1%.
I see it, man. I see it. One quick thing. Would you enjoy rap music without the crime element?
I don't know. I think it's because it's born of the street. Can we remove the crime element from it and still have it, like have that sort of street representation?
Like, I feel like to the younger kids,
Yeah,
and to the younger rappers coming out, like the hood,
yeah.
because this is their world, right? I'd say no. I think you would probably get the crime element and stuff like that, right? I think that the kid with the glasses and the braces, the little Tekka or something like that.
Okay.
Like his like when his song and stuff, whatever. Like that's about just girls,
Yeah.
right? And it's not about no kind of gun element, no kind of crime element.
Well, even
But why are you always in the mood?
Backpack. What's his name?
Backpack. Kanye?
No. He has backpack in his name.
Oh, yeah, backpack in his name?
Or is it knapsack? I can't remember this kid's name. Dude.
What song? Give me a
Out of New York. It's gonna bother me now.
But you have these situations, right? You have these situations stuff where rap can happen or hip hop can happen and stuff where they're like, I feel like Jay-Z 444.
Sorry. It came to me now. My bad. That's why I threw you off. Not backpack. I'm thinking streetwear. Hoodie. Ace Boogie with
the hoodie.
With the hoodie.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't think his stuff is all the way gangster.
It has.
Yeah, I know, but he's. I mean, again, he's like variety though. He'll do variety though.
He'll do variety. But I want to say some of his things is about popping off on some people and stuff like that. So I mean, if you have that's still. If we're looking at like, if you tell a regular person on the street, man, I'll pop off on you or stuff, whatever, right?
Right.
That's assault. No, is that battery?
Ordering,
Battery is like kind of speaking.
Death threats.
And then uttering death threats and stuff is on the line of battery.
Yeah.
So
something.
So it's along the battery. Assault is when you actually physically, or you put the touch on them, whatever, right? So I feel like Jay, Snoop, like some of these dudes in this older kind of realm,
right?
They ain't on it. You can hear like, all right, I heard "Sorry, Not Sorry." I always say that line so fucking passive aggressive as hell.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yo, sorry, but I'm not sorry. But in that song,
right,
he's like, haters know not to touch me. I'm with the fuckery, right? And everything else is just speaking about like where his world is at this point.
Yeah.
I feel like that when it comes to Drum and Drake shit.
Right.
Virgil and I are the only ones with these 2 times of watches and everything like that.
Yeah.
Yes, in your type of world.
Right.
Do I feel like you're on the gang shit? No. So when I hear a track like Mob Ties, it just kind of just like throw me off. So I'm like, you don't need Mob Ties. You don't need Knife Talk.
But again, he doesn't need them, right? But again, it appeals to a certain demographic.
Mass appeal.
Right? Yeah, it appeals to a certain demographic. And I go back to what I've said before. You have your stuff that's fact and you have your stuff that's fiction. Drake does the fiction stuff really, really well.
He's a former actor.
He's a former actor, right? So even though he's not of that world, he'll sell it. And those who are of that world will bounce to it because they know he's not of that world, but they know, he's basically talking about me. You understand? Like he may not be me, but he'll represent me.
So when you see yourself in the song, it makes sense. I get it.
Right? So, and that's what I'm saying. It's like, these guys, they don't necessarily have to do, it necessarily doesn't have to be all the way real. It's just got to resonate.
No, it's true. Because I heard, what was it the other day? X, what these bitches want?
Yeah.
And then when he's like, Brenda, Alicia, Linda, Dawn, LaShawn, I was like, talked to a girl named Dawn.
All right.
I dated like 2 Kims.
you trying to see who else you knocked out of X's list?
The Felicias I met were tender, heartwarming.
Yeah.
you know.
Some good Felicias.
Some people might say, tender, heartwarming, open-minded treasures. Some people might call them thoughts. I mean, hey, you're a thought on my mind.
Yeah, it's all perspective. We always talk about perspective.
I guess when the song hits you and stuff, it's for you.
Yeah.
Because they do it for mass appeal.
Right.
It may not grab everybody.
Right.
We do this for mass appeal. It may not grab everybody, but it might grab specific people and stuff.
Specific people. And that's what makes a Drake album so great, right? It's because
he's casting nets in every song.
And somebody's buying it. If they even buy it for the one track that represents them, they'll buy the entire album.
The song represents me is way too sexy. Yo, I think Young Thug wrote that song. I don't give a fuck what nobody says.
All right. Wait.
Caress me.
So while we're here, right? I seen a post with academics revealing that Belly writes most of Weeknd songs.
Mm-hmm.
Do you find that surprising?
No. I think because I know of Belly's music.
Right.
So it won't surprise me.
Right.
Because I'm a fan of Belly.
Yes.
I'm a fan of Belly from I think one of my favorite Belly tracks and stuff is Hot Girl. That was a lyrical miracle. I think that was one of my, that's a Canadian lyrical miracle.
Belly's a writer.
She's a hot fighter, he snapped, and it was a lyrical miracle on that trap.
Yeah.
And I even felt like Snoop Dogg fucked up the song for him. Can I say that? I would say that. Snoop Dogg made Hot Girl a little bit shit.
Yeah.
But Snoop being attached to it gave the song more notoriety.
More notoriety.
And I feel like when it came to that, yes. So I know this man has that talent.
Yeah.
And I want to say they're Toronto kids.
Right.
In the essence of whatever they are. Yes, they're grown-ass men, but they're still Toronto kids.
Right.
You grew up around so many type of people. You share the experiences like you're saying and everything and stuff like that too.
Exactly.
And in any case, it's a double win. I call it a double win. More than some people have a pride factor to it, whatever. Picture this. Let's say somebody came to you and said, I pay you $100,000 to kill and cease your podcast and stuff, whatever. You come work for me at NBC.
Right.
Right? I'll take you and I'll take Marv and stuff with me and everything like that as well. Right? And with this NBC show and stuff we got planned, we'll put you as creator for vision and everything. We'll have Marv writing the 1s and 2s.
Right.
You're subject to make $5 million a year.
Yeah.
Are you down for it?
We down.
But see, some people want stuff to feel a type of way. And some people will look at stuff like, why I gotta destroy my shit to help build your shit? And I always hear this stuff so many times and stuff, whatever. Some people, I would like to say if I'm one of those people, I would have a problem working for you because you're you.
Right.
But I have no problem working for, I don't want to be racist, but the white man with this $100 million and stuff instead of supporting another black man or person that look like me.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So these are the things and stuff so with these Toronto kids and stuff they're supporting each other.
Yes. Yeah.
It's not like Billy, his writing capabilities and stuff is phenomenal.
But I mean,
he wrote damn near almost a lot of things that most people don't know.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But I'm like,
for him,
here's a guy that he's writing for stars. He's been writing for stars. Right. So, I mean, you're in the same camp.
And that's what I'm saying.
You flex, just like we said before. You flex often. Who knows you better than your man?
But that's the thing. Because the thing is stuff is that why not do it for your squad? Why not do it for your team? If everything else. Okay, let's say Belly's subject to make, just for the music industry and stuff like that. And I'm not talking his career ain't going to traject even higher than what it is.
Right.
Let's say he's just subject just to make, off music, $25 million.
Right.
And the Weeknd is subject to make $1 billion.
Yeah.
But you're writing for the Weeknd.
Yeah.
So most of that billion and stuff, or a good chunk of that billion is coming towards you. And this is your people's.
But not only is this your people's, but how far removed are you really from what you're doing?
You're not.
You're not.
But pride, your ego's not your amigo. You're wearing a shirt that says that. It's people's ego and stuff, but put them in this place. Like I want to say, I might be the one in the problem and stuff when it comes to the whole rap thing, that I want it to be 80% real.
Right.
Right? As an adult now doing adulting shit, approaching 40.
Yeah.
I'm taking most of the things for entertainment.
Right. Right.
Tony Yayo taught me well. Rap is like wrestling. Everything is fake, but it's a good pussy getter and the cash is great. These rappers will fuck some chicks. Have you heard of Hot Pocket Pussy? Fucking chicks because he's a rapper, okay? So that's that aspect and stuff. And a lot of this shit is just smoke and mirrors till we know. Let's close that. We're done with that. Let's done with that. Let's get to question of the week.
Question of the week.
We'll do the question of the week. Question of the week. Why do broke men always get the hate?
I've been trying to figure it out for the longest time, Mark.
Yeah. I've been lost ever since you kind of pointed out to me.
Yeah.
The only thing I can come up with and stuff is that this side of the world, we look heavy towards the good book.
Right.
There's tons of passages and stuff in telling you about what I guess a ideal man in the Bible is supposed to be like. Yeah. Like a virtuous man. Right. I don't know if they said virtuous. They said virtuous woman.
Virtuous woman.
In the Bible, I know they said virtuous woman.
Yeah.
I kind of remember that because I'm looking for a virtuous. I'm not looking for a virtuous man. I'm not part of that alphabet world. But when I'm hearing things about a virtuous, like I want to say the virtuous man, work is one. Money and bringing in breadwinning and all that type of stuff.
Right.
So I feel like because we kind of look towards that as kind of like our, I would say kind of our marker or our bar, when you're kind of removed from that bar where you're not making the money.
Making that money.
Everybody's like,
a man's supposed to be able to provide for his family. So if you're not providing for your family, you're not really a man. Is that what's happening?
Yes. Yes.
Hard pill to swallow.
I know. That's why I feel like broke men.
Does that lead to some men have depression?
Oh, of course. Of course. Remember, our depression rate is high.
Yeah.
Our suicide rate is high.
Yeah.
But they don't want to have that conversation.
I mean, if you're not considered a man.
I mean, these are the plights and stuff of I don't want to say a broke man, of a man in general.
Yeah.
But I feel like as a broke man, you get this hate because they're looking like you're not providing nothing. Hell, I heard a friend of mine, her mother say it and stuff for her. She's like, if the man don't make no money, if he ain't going out there making no coin and stuff for her, the only thing he deserves for dinner is a hot cup of water. You all right, Smooth? Smooth, you okay?
It's not easy out here. It's not easy out here.
That one like it hits you. Hey, you're not a broke man.
Just a hot cup of water.
Just a hot cup of water.
You need to get the belch off some gas.
Yeah, that's it. It's the burp off the gas.
Because you ain't getting no food to eat. So there's tons of gas.
A plate.
There's tons of gas.
Oh, shit. Well, she said, I was like, dear Lord, please don't let me be unemployed.
Please.
I need to keep making this coin and keep making more. In Jesus' name, I pray.
That's all we ask.
That's why I think broke men always get the hate.
That's all we ask, man.
That's my theory. Let the internet do whatever they want with mine.
So the object, men, just don't be broke.
Don't be broke.
Just the mixed signals that's happening in this day and age. Because if you're growing up, right, to that, you got to be the provider and so forth like that, and you set yourself up to become a provider. You've done, let's say, you've gone to school, you've found yourself a career. Even if you haven't found yourself a career, you landed yourself a job where you can start maintaining yourself and maintaining a family. Now you're ready to go on to that next step, right? But then you start meeting women out there who are independent-minded and independent thinking. What does that do to a person like that?
It rocks his world. It does rock his world. The reason, no word of a lie, I want to say, for me, I had to teach myself. I was a man like that.
Okay.
I had to teach myself and stuff, whatever, that change is going to come. Sam Cooke said it.
Right.
And going back to the music, change is going to come. And I had to really apply that because I was raised, I want to say, from a typical traditional Jamaican woman.
Yeah.
And certain things were kind of embedded on how, like, I guess she expected a man would behave and act.
Right.
In her time.
Right.
And me coming up and stuff, seeing that things and stuff are a little bit different. So when I'm grasping this concept and stuff, like, oh, there's a woman that's going to make more money than me and everything like that.
Yeah.
I have to now look at stuff that, I might not be the breadwinner.
Right. Right.
My income might be, let's say, $20K or something like that, and her shit might be $70K.
Right.
Is that going to make me less of a man? No, it's not. Should it take away from any kind of things that I do in the house? It depends on that woman.
Right.
It depends on how she might view me. And if she views me as less of a person and stuff, I don't think she's the woman for me.
Right.
So I had to kind of teach myself that. So then when it came to me dating women and stuff, were like, some egos. I dated some women, some egos. So I had a woman look at me like, it's a privilege to see this naked, okay?
Wow.
I was looking like, or I can go on Pornhub and Google something that looks similar to you.
Yeah.
And I'll be okay with like the 100 million of them over you missing yours.
Right. Right.
Yawn. But it's something that I think, I want to say, I hope the mothers of today help instill into their boys. Yeah. To help show them and stuff like, look, especially if they're a homemaker, wrong word. If they're a housewife, they're a housewife and stuff, I hope they can iterate some of this thing and stuff to them in a language they can understand. Because I'm pretty sure if the boy will see his mom like working, busting her ass and everything like that, he should know there should be an independent woman out here trying to get this bread.
Right. Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Like, whereas a housewife is a little bit different. Yeah.
Right.
He's thinking, I'm gonna have to take care of this lady who's taking care of the house and home.
Bingo.
Right.
So you have to unlearn some bad behaviors and stuff too, right? And like I said, with my traditional way of being raised before, I had to kind of make peace with it and understand the stuff. This is going to be an evolving, changing way because I will want somebody to be with me for like morals, principles, and love. Right. Right. Compared to about like how much money I make, because you see the anime I watch, The Way of the House Husband.
There's goals in life that we're trying to achieve.
Girl, if you make enough money and you get me a PS5, you know what's happening to you.
Again, folks, tune in next week to find out how many offers have fallen into the DM.
No, you know what? But think about the internet real quick. I get DM about episodes that I don't even fucking remember. Yeah. So that's the shit that comes to me. I'm like it won't be in the general thing. Like, who the fuck is this person? Hey, heard the podcast. Let me tell you about what you said and blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, fuck, what episode title is that?
You're gonna have to start prefixing. you know how when you send like an email or something to a company, how they have that little box and it has a drop down menu with like what you can select. You're gonna have to like preset yours like. Please state episode
on why you want to rage about. That's exactly what it is. So I won't be surprised and stuff. It'd probably like I might even be all booed up or some shit like that. Be like, hey, PlayStation 6 is coming out. You still eating ass?
PlayStation 6 is coming out. What you willing to do this time?
You're like, you trying to get pegged for a PlayStation 6? A Pegstation. You might call it a Pegstation. Yo, let's get to this. Let's get the fuck out of here. This is actually sons to get out of here, man. First Ask the Sons question comes from 11-7. Not 7-11. 11-7. What is a place that's easy to enter but hard to leave?
Easy to enter but hard to leave.
Ikea in prison.
Ikea, yeah.
Ikea sets your ass up. Ikea has your... I had to explain Ikea to some friends and stuff in Cleveland.
Yeah.
There's only one Ikea in Ohio.
Really?
In Columbus.
Yeah?
It's in Columbus for now.
Okay.
Ikea probably somebody from Ikea might listen to
how has it been there long? Has it like been there for a while?
No, a few years now.
Okay.
A few years. Not even, I'm going to say 5 years. It might be too much.
Wow.
But like here in the GTA,
Yeah.
there's like 3 like in shots of each other and everything like that.
Yeah.
But this is a mega city.
Yeah.
This is a mega city, right? Ikea is a very, very hard to play. Like I said to myself, I just want this nightstand. I know where the fuck I gotta go for it. I'm gonna get out this bitch. I'm gonna spend my about $60 for this. Out.
Yeah. I
get to the cash register. I got a shopping cart now with this nightstand in there with some other shit. Your total was $98.34. Debit. It's like it's very hard to come out of IKEA stuff with just one targeted item.
IKEA will make you walk through your entire house. Your basement,
yeah,
your kitchen, your bathroom, your bedrooms, your garage. You walk through the entire house. You only came for something. You came for bed sheets.
And they make you seem like you need a whole new living room now.
Bro.
So that's what I said. That and prison. You can do a lot of shit to just get you in prison now.
Yeah.
To get you out, whatever. Good luck.
You don't have to do anything and she can get landed into prison.
Right? Wrong place, wrong time.
Mm-hmm.
D nice. What is not quite as good as an orgasm or pretty close?
Not
quite
as good as an orgasm, but pretty close.
Denise or D-Nice. Q-tips.
Q-tips?
In my ear after a fucking shower.
Oh, yeah?
You see the Dr. Phil hands?
Yeah.
I feel like I bust on myself while I'm drying off. I don't know. For some odd reason. I don't know. Because Q-tips, you're not supposed to push in your ear canal.
No.
But when I come out the shower and I'm just doing a little...
I know.
I close my eyes. I'm in a different...
I know.
New world.
I know the feeling.
See, what about you? What's your feeling?
Okay, so I'll add that to my list because it's something because you'll start twisting that.
I twist that shit
just to feel like
just that.
Yeah. I get it. I get it.
Orgasm. So
for the women out there who do not know the male anatomy to its fullest, there's a little vein cord right underneath your nutsack.
Oh, yeah.
If a woman takes her finger like this and just rubs it like this, just to lightly graze.
The gooch. The gooch.
Yeah. So just get it like, shoo. I might leap up into the air. I might leap up into the air.
Oh, do it.
That might launch. You want to launch me like a rocket? Yes. Tickle that cord. Play with that cord. Strung a note on that cord.
Play with my guitar.
It's almost good as an orgasm. I tell you.
We're getting canceled today.
I tell you.
Thank you for the final episode. No, we got one more. Ask the Sons. Last Ask the Sons. Oh, shit. Riri's twin. I hope you are Riri's twin.
Okay. All right.
What's worse than a heartbreak?
What's worse than a heartbreak?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to say death of a loved one.
Yeah, yeah, because I remember we posted the questions a long time ago about what's worse. Found out you got cheated on and being shot.
Right.
And it was somebody said a thing from there. They're like, I'm paraphrasing. I can't remember your name, but they said exactly. They're like, you get shot, take you to the hospital, give you some foods, some Jello. The next thing you know, it stuff for they patch you up, give you some painkillers and stuff like that, and send you on your merry way.
Yeah.
And especially if like it's a flesh wound and everything like that. What medications could you take for a heartache besides like illegal drugs?
Right.
And it might fuck up your real heart.
There you go.
And I was like, I just sent the clapping emojis, like, well said.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of for a heartbreak, that pain is severe. But I want to say what's worse is probably like the death of a loved one.
Yeah. That's and again, like I had to really stop and think what would top heartache pain, because just like you're saying, like you can get, meds, this, that, and that to patch up a physical wound. And you know at a certain point, like the doctors will tell you, 6 weeks. 8 weeks. You know what I mean? 3 months to heal. So you already know, okay, within 3 months, you'll be okay.
You'll be better than where you were now.
Heartache, you never know when you're gonna bounce back from heartache, right?
That's true.
You understand? So the only other feeling that I could equate to that is like a death of a loved one, because you never know when you're gonna bounce back from a death of a loved one.
Facts. Well said, man. Okay. We're here at the moment. It's Associated Sons for the week.
What's up?
Associated Sons for the week. Kind of like a brash one I kind of
Brash
did.
one,
I did a little
yeah.
brash one I did for the peoples. Associated Sons of the Week says, extraordinary people are excellent with their execution. Are you one of them?
So ask us. That sounds like ask the sons. Right?
Sons are asking. The sons are asking.
So ask the sons, but it's in so says the sons.
It's so say the sons, whatever. Like, are you one of them?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of people, execution is everything.
Yes.
And I feel like, what is it? A plan without no execution is a hallucination.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people, there's ordinary, there's extraordinary people. And I feel like what makes extraordinary people is the execution.
Mm.
And sometimes you have to be real excellent with your execution.
Yeah.
To kind of get these things and stuff to make a mark.
Right.
I think it's a forever argument on this show is going to be who did the first, who did the best.
Right.
I didn't realize stuff till like maybe a year or two ago that Mariah Carey sampled Fantasy from an old school thing.
Oh, no, you didn't?
I didn't know.
Okay.
I didn't know. But then like it came back to me because Diddy did it. And you know, Puff Daddy and them, they sampled a lot of shit from back in the day.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like when Lotto came out with Big Dick Energy.
Right.
I'm looking at stuff, I'm like, I kind of liked her vibe on the song.
Yeah.
But Mariah shit was kind of closer to the original.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think no one pays the original attention.
No.
So I feel like Mariah kind of did it the best.
But here's the thing, though. Again, I'm gonna say it's gonna be perspective, right?
Mm-hmm.
And also perspective, error, right? And I'll leave it at that. Perspective and error, right? Because the person who was around when the original just came out might think Mariah and Big Lotto's versions is trash.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, but it's subjective.
Right. And because they spent so much time with the original that's what they know. So anything else out of that is probably gonna sound weird. But when we hear Big Lotto, the first thing that we go back is to Fantasy. Right?
Right.
I know the old joint.
Yeah.
But Fantasy would have had a bigger impact for me. So that's the first thing that I go back to.
Did it the best.
Fantasy, right?
I feel like Fantasy did it the best. But then Mariah was excellent with the execution for it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't even know that was sampled. So that's how you know you got it good. You laid the mark and stuff for them. When they look like, wait, this was a sample? Ooh. Nah, we like your version better and stuff. Excellent. Be excellent with your execution.
That Big Lotto joint was popping though. I like it.
Marv got big dick energy. Marv got big dick. I like that song. Yeah. I like that remix too. So once again, thank you for listening to the Podical Sons. Like, comment, subscribe, all of the above.
All of that.
You know where to find us. All streaming platforms. Search Podical Sons Podcast. And thank you for listening to Podical Sons. Remember, the difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits. Peace and love, y'all.
Hey. In the immortal words of Ray Ray, don't be a sasso.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll end it like that.
Yeah, we'll end it like that.
What the fuck? Peace.
Peace.
The Podical Sons with not your average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.